Disclaimer. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Do not attempt this at home. Vitiated how to will not be responsible because you decided to be a cheap ass and not hire a professional.
On with the show.
If you're using Netflix for any reason, there's 109 reasons you need to know what is going on. Seriously. Netflix just updated their terms and use. There's 109 pages of information, and I just got done reading all 109. The first 10 are kind of letting you know about the service, this and that and this and that and yada yada. You need to read it for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Trust me on this one. This is as bad as Apple's terms and use. Damn close to it. Since Apple, that's why I've been reading all of them for everything. It's worse than Facebook, believe it or not. So, then up you get around up to, I think it's around page 50, it starts getting into the arbitrary. And it says the different things that by agreeing to this, you agree to the arbitrary, and we all know the bullshit about arbitrary. You need to read it. So after the arbitrary, then it goes into where it's selling your information, and that you're agreeing to the said selling of information, and they are selling, sharing, and reproducing all of your information, and or could include your email, sign-in information, your password, your sign-in name, and your credit card information. And somewhere down past that, I don't remember exactly the page, that there's this global network that they sell it through and share it through all over the world. And then it's what some of the other ones. Oh, you get about around page 60, 70, can't remember exactly, where they say they are not responsible for your account being hacked, and they are not responsible for anything that their third parties do. So if someone is able to hack into your account because of one of those said third parties, they will shut your account down and say it's to protect you, and they will delete your account to say it's to protect you, but it's to protect them. You read further down, you'll figure it out, because it pretty much says it in so many words. So then you get down to around page 80, ballpark page 80, that supposedly because of California residents, you can opt out of them selling your information, and them collecting your information, and them sharing your information. But when you go do that, you read further down to right around page 90, that any act that you do to try to stop them from sharing or selling your information is voided by this said contract. So I'm thinking, all inapplicable laws. I'm scratching my head. I'm like, where the fuck did we become to where it's okay to sell all of our privacy? What happened to the privacy laws that we had in this country? I mean, I remember reading them. I remember when they were made, because of the damn internet and all the other things that were going on back in 2000. And they changed all these different laws. And now all of a sudden that all these service providers can take and sell our information, it is unreal. Oh, my favorite little thing, it's a little side note. They do not sell or willingly known selling underage people's information. I'm like, but if you set up a kid's account, then you know it's a kid's account, but you're still going to sell that information because you just said 10 pages before that you sell everyone's information. So what the fuck? So there's that. It's just scratching my head. I'm just proof summarizing the 109 pages. You really need to go read it if you are any way, shape, form, or fashion, because you give them access to whatever device that you have Netflix on. You give them full access to that device to where they can monitor everything. I'm telling you, you need to read it. You are giving them complete access to your phone if you have that app downloaded on your phone. It is nuts. It is mind-blowing how far they've gotten. And I'm getting towards the end, trust me. And then you go down a little bit further. Oh, it's between 70 and 90. I can't remember exactly what. That they will, upon request, not a warrant, but upon request, any government or how they said it, law enforcement agencies wanting your information, they will willingly hand it over without any objection. All they got to do is submit a request. And it's just like, motherfuck, that is insane. So not only are they monitoring all the information on your devices, but they will give all that information to the government agency, to the law enforcement, upon request. I mean, this is, what the hell happened? Did they get sued by the government like Bill Gates did? What the fuck? Then I'm getting to the end. Around 100, it's when it goes really in depth about the arbitrary and I need to stop for a minute, because it mentions in here that you can actually send a request for them in writing and show them the law of the Privacy Act and send it in writing and tell them not to sell none of your information at all, and they have to abide by it. But when you do that, they will cancel your account. Even though they say they do not discriminate against anyone that does not want them to sell their information, and you are allowed to do the such thing as I just said, they will cancel your account, because later on down past that, they tell you that they're pretty much will cancel your account. So that's just another little side note you need to know. So about between 100 and 109 page, they talk about the arbitrary of what they are going to do and what they will do. You cannot take them to court. You have to abide by this arbitrary enforcement thing. I forget the agency it's called, but knowing what I know about the Microsoft terms and conditions, the Apple terms and conditions, the Android, Facebooks, all these others that I've known, it's all the same agency that is over this arbitrary, but it's supposed to be an entity that is neutral, and it's not. It's bought and paid for by all these companies. Go look it up. It is unreal. So then you lose all your rights to a courtroom, to a judge, a jury, all that. Then you have to go through that. And the only exception to this is small claims court. So you would have to figure out a way to get around that through small claims. And whatever your problem is, it is what it is. So in closing, you need to start reading all these terms and conditions. I'm telling you, it is getting to the point to where now we are going to be watched 24/7, even worse than what it is now. Because people, their entitlement, and people, their, oh, I want this convenience, it's unfucking real. And another little side note, technically, because they're doing those ads mean they're selling your information, so those ads could be there. You could technically send them a written thing and tell them that you don't want your information sold, and they technically have to stop the ads. But then again, they can delete your account. And last but not least, this is my personal favorite. My personal favorite. If you are going to, how they say it, invoke arbitrary, you must send them a handwritten or typed up letter to their place in California, their brick and mortar place. But if they want to initiate it to you, all they got to do is send an email. What is wrong with that picture? How many people actually really have legit emails that are not just throwaway? That is, I'm telling you, man, it is getting it to where we the people are we the consumers now. All courtesy of our government. So you take with what you want with this information, but I'm telling you, you need to start reading all of them. I can't stress this enough.